Hey, how's it going? Today is November 27th, 2023. I am in Phuket, Thailand. And it's 11:35 a.m. I haven't done much today yet, but also I've done a lot. Whatever the hell that means. Um, yeah, this is actually the first time I've really talked to anyone but myself, which I'm kind of still talking to myself, but also this kind of feels like I'm talking to somebody. It always has. Last night I ate way too much food, and then I came home and went to sleep, and suffering the consequences now. I have pretty bad. Actually, it's not that bad of heartburn because it doesn't. There's no like acid reflux. Yeah, acid reflux. I always thought it was reflex. There's no acid reflux where like there's acid coming up, like stomach bile coming up and it burns. It's just like burping and farting. Yeah. So can't complain that much. But sorry if there's burps in this. Okay, so yesterday wasn't bad. Definitely wasn't like mind blowing, but also I think that in terms of using like a measuring stick to figure out like progression, I think the hard days are really, really valuable. It's starting to rain outside a little bit. The hard days are really, really valuable because it allows you to see where you are in terms of your own progression and your own ability to sustain yourself during the bad days. Because on the good days, when it's pretty easy to just get up and go, it's easy to get up and go. And yeah, I mean, not to say that's not a good metric for your ability, but also there are going to be hard days. There are going to be days where you don't feel like doing anything, where you don't feel motivated, you don't feel happy, you don't feel satisfied with the work that you're doing, even though you're doing the work anyway. So yesterday I did almost everything that I wanted to do, except doing extensive research on Go High Level. I ended up, I was going to, but my girlfriend was, whatever, girls will be girls, so I decided to expend that time and not reach that one last goal and expend the time on her, which I think it was worth it. I mean, yeah, this is going to be like a pretty controversial take. I don't know if by the time people end up watching this, it will still be controversial, but it's controversial now. I think that women bring men so much happiness to the degree that throughout human existence, men have always taken up this role to where they had to earn their partner or a possible mate through whatever it was to be able to experience the happiness and joy that that woman brings him. So, today, how it exists is it's very much like status based, and it's based on your mind, and it's based on your money and your status. Because, I don't have a lot of money, and I don't have like a very great status, but I do have a great mind, and I think that's why I end up being able to meet so many new people and fall in love so easily, so quickly. Yeah. So I think that it is okay to expend time on someone that you enjoy, even though you think that, like, I thought what she was sad about was bullshit. But sometimes, like, talking with a partner of yours, I think women are more emotional than men. That's a given. Everybody understands that idea. Men end up taking on a role that essentially makes them expect themselves to not be as emotional, but also I think that women are just naturally more in tune with their emotions. But that leads women to be more emotional, and I think men to end up acting more logically in certain situations. You know what? Fuck that all. Let's just say me and my partner right now. I'm more logical and she's more emotional. So even though I gave her pretty much exactly what she was asking for and helped her understand it, she still felt really, really emotional, and she didn't feel good, and she was still angry, and I needed to go to get dinner. She had already had dinner, so I was just like, okay, I'm going to come back in 45 minutes and pick you up, and then we're going to hang out. She was disappointed that we weren't going to hang out yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't feel like I had done enough work yet. I didn't feel like I deserved to experience the happiness that she brings me because I hadn't worked hard enough, I think. I think it's a good way to look at stuff. I'm going to go on a tangent if I pick that apart. So I spent the evening that way. She ended up staying here last night too, which is fun. Sometimes I contemplate, like, what kind of audience is going to be watching this, and how much should I share? How much should I share? How raw should I be? What's the age demographic that is actually watching this? How should I, like, not necessarily, like, cater specifically to them, but be open to the idea of, like, making it suitable for them. So kind of catering to them, I guess. Like, if somebody that's young is enjoying picking these apart, going through them, I don't want to expose them to certain things they don't need to learn yet. But whatever, I'm thinking too deeply into this. Right now I'm using my iPhone camera. So I have a MacBook now. I didn't have a MacBook before. I was recording before on my Windows PC. I got a MacBook because I wanted to keep editing. I wanted to keep, using a fucking computer like it's a computer, but not spend an outrageous amount of money on a computer that runs Windows that's going to be slow in 3 years. Yeah, like, maybe the MacBook won't be great in 3 years, but it would have done a damn good job the entire time I used it. And this one is from 2019. I bought it for $350, and it's been absolutely amazing this whole entire time. I'm able to use editing softwares. I'm able to use OBS. I'm able to have, like, an obscene amount of tabs open on Safari and still be able to use the laptop. I'm able to have 2 separate monitors and do 2 separate things on them and whatever. Anyway, it's great. So one of the cool things about it is how integrated Mac is with Well, yeah, Apple. It's an Apple product. So I was using OBS earlier, and I was like, holy shit, I can connect my friggin' iPhone, and now I can take this and move it around as if I'm using my iPhone to record, except I can record it with this mic too, and I can just do it in one take, so then I can just throw it straight into YouTube, because, adding a whole nother step of editing something, yeah, it's a whole nother step, and it's like, whatever. I think making these as easy as possible to make is the best thing that I can do. Like, maybe even one day I'll get to the point where I start streaming some of these, so then I don't even have to worry about uploading them. The only consequence of streaming them is you'll I could lose stream quality if, usually it's a very still shot, so it's not like the background's changing that much. But regardless, I don't really want to have to worry about losing quality simply to just make it easier to upload. Yeah. I really do love the rain. I've never lived somewhere where it rained this much. I was sleeping earlier and I was woken up by the rain. I look outside and it's absolutely dumping buckets out of nowhere, and then it eases off after 5 seconds, and then it comes back on really, really strongly and then eases off. I've never lived somewhere like this, and I think it is the coolest thing ever. One of the reasons I have the phone here is because I'm looking at myself. It's kind of nice to look at myself, but I could have the phone here, but now I'm looking over there. You understand? I think this is totally a better shot, too. Yeah. I think it would be wise to gradually come up with a coherent system of how I can do these. But also, I think an aspect of really fast yawn. I think the aspect of the rawness of these, where it's my mind going all over the place, and you get to see as my mind progresses. I feel like it's probably better to just go into it with hitting record and just going. Because I don't have any template, and I come up with a template on the spot, rather than having a set template, and then one day I throw it out, and then suddenly, whoa, the system's way different. It's because I was just sticking to a simple template. I don't know. I think the rawness, being able to see how my mind develops over time, I think will be useful. One of my favorite parts about this place is it's so fucking quiet. I think that's the first time a motorbike or any car or anything has passed. Tomorrow I move back into an Airbnb that I was in last week. I came to this one because I had the budget that was expendable in my rent this month, which my rent's the budget is $600 a month. So I just felt like taking a break from that place and coming here. And honestly, if I could stay here, I think I would bump up my expense for rent so then I could stay here. I know the one above me is a monthly. There's one above me and one below me, and I actually haven't heard anything from either of them. The floors are pretty thick, so I don't hear anybody walking around. The only time I've ever heard anything from the neighbor was when they were out on their balcony taking a phone call from somebody else. Yeah. It's nice out here. It's really, really quiet. This is the jungle. I am in the fucking jungle. I'm in the jungle, man. I wish that I could see... There we go. It's still recording. I wish that I could see from my camera what it was I was showing, but I have to look back over at the screen. But yeah, this is the jungle here. And there's a small creek down there. Oh wait, the mic's totally in the way. Oops. Yeah, sorry for this awful camera work. I'm like looking at the screen over here while moving the camera around. So it doesn't work the best. This is my setup here for now. And I got my other secondary desk right here. Yeah, anyway, I'll put this back. Yeah, I think we'll probably start using the iPhone from now on because it is actually, the camera's way better. And I can pick it up and do things. The thing is though, like, I can't take the mic with me, so, and I wonder how far I can walk away from the Mac before it disconnects, but yeah. Anyway, we're approaching 16 minutes and 17 seconds now, so yeah. Some like closing remarks, I guess. This path and the way it feels constantly fluctuates. And very often I find myself feeling so doubtful of what it is I'm doing, how it is I'm doing it, if this is going to work, if I'm actually going to achieve what I'm doing, and yeah, it's so easy to feel so fearful, so lost in it all. There's so many moving pieces that are so integral to this process, and it seems sometimes that if I begin to lose track of any of them and I don't have a good grip on them, I lose my coherent perspective of what it is I'm doing, what it is happening, how I'm actually approaching each day, and how the day is playing out. I wonder how windy it's been this whole time. I know the wind did just pick up. Hopefully it hasn't been too windy. But yeah, I mean, I can reflect on this idea, rack my brain about this idea, but in the end I end up feeling the same. And that's, I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, you can add layers onto the like intricity of this experience, of your perspective, but in the end it's like you're only just going to be here now. And you may feel different one day than the other, but it's still just now. It's still just one gradually moving experience. It feels so weird living linearly. But yeah, that's this one, I guess. And that's the one that you're experiencing too, I guess. Maybe. Who knows who's watching this? I hope you enjoyed this day if you were alive on this day, today, the 27th of November. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.